64 years ago today, on April 15th, 1947, Jackie Robinson of the Brooklyn Dodgers played in his first Major League game. As the first black man to compete in baseball since the 1880s, he was instrumental in bringing an end to racial segregation in professional sports. Jackie Robinson became an inspiration to Americans from all corners of our nation. He reminded people of what was right, and he reminded them what was wrong. Today, baseball takes time to celebrate what the great man meant to baseball and to the country. The A's and Tigers will take the field today and honor number 42. It's Jackie Robinson Day right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Well, the A's will try to even up this series, add a game apiece tonight. Derek Barton, Coco Crisp, and the rest of the gang shut out last night. They'll try to get the bats going. And Ryan Rayburn, one of the heroes last night for the Tigers. So on Jackie Robinson Day here at the Coliseum, it'll be the Tigers and the A's. Game 2 of this 4-game series. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fossey, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Indeed, all around Major League Baseball today, we are celebrating Jackie Robinson Day. And Ray, I think it's interesting. We spend 9 innings talking about how different players impact the game statistically. And here's Jackie Robinson, who impacted the game more than anybody else. And it has nothing to do with statistics.
Absolutely, and I think it's the greatest thing that happened in 1947. 64 years ago, the numbers are great for Jackie Robinson. And I think in talking to people and reading about Jackie Robinson, a lot of people could have done what he did, but probably could not have handled it the way he did. And I think that's the most important thing. In talking about his to his contemporaries, they said that he was the guy to be able to do it. And not only for African Americans, but Latin Americans as well, because the color barrier was broken for everybody in 1947.
I wish there was high def back then, because I would have liked to have seen Jackie Robinson play.
Yeah.
Tonight here at the Coliseum, Brandon McCarthy's going to take the hill for the A's. He's been very good in his first 2 starts, and really a different pitcher than we knew 2-3 years ago when he was with the Rangers.
Well, the most important thing, he throws strikes. I think that's what the A's looked to see during spring training when he had an outstanding spring and won the 5th spot in the rotation. He has been the strike-throwing machine in his 2 previous starts, and after walking 11 last night, the pitching staff looking forward to seeing a guy take the mound tonight and not walk anybody, give a chance to win a ball game. But he has a 2-seam fastball. He's changed the arm angle so he can get more ground ball outs. He's not necessarily the fly ball pitcher that he was in Chicago, and I think that's the biggest thing for the Athletics.
So McCarthy for the A's. Rick Porcello, the young right-hander, will pitch for the Detroit Tigers. Stick around. We'll have lineups and first pitch in just a moment as we get set for Game 2 of the series. It's the A's and the Tigers coming up.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Well, it's Authentic Fan Friday here at the Coliseum. First one of the year. Every home Friday game will be Authentic Fan Friday, so that group having a good time. It's to Comcast Sportsnet California as they are right above us. So we'll keep an eye on those folks up there, and I'm sure they indeed will have a good time tonight. Game 2 of this 4-game series, the A's and the Tigers. Game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free. The boardwalk is open for spring break, April 16th until May 1st. 62 degrees. It's a very nice night. A little better crowd tonight as the A's will try to even up this series at a game apiece. Tigers with the 3-0 win last night. Tigers lineup for tonight quite a bit different than last night. Will Rhymes will lead off. He'll be at second. Then it's Ryan Rayburn in left, Brendan Bosch in right. Cabrera, the big guy in the middle. Victor Martinez will DH tonight. Don Kelly in center. Brandon Inge at third. Alex Avila is the catcher. Ramon Santiago at shortstop tonight. He was at second base last night.
Well, Brandon McCarthy trying to end this short one-game losing streak, trying to even the series. He has pitched very well in his 2 starts, Toronto and Minnesota. First game in the green and gold all-white uniform, pitching here at the Coliseum.
McCarthy's first pitch of the ball game, down low to the second baseman Will Rhymes. So Jim Leland making some changes to his lineup, getting some guys some rest.
Well, Jim Leland looking for win number 1,500.
Yeah, not too shabby, huh?
Not too shabby. Very deserving. Just like to get 1,500 someplace else. That would mean the A's would win the next 3 in the series against the Tigers, 4-game series. And so he is able to make some changes with Michael Ordonez still out of the lineup. But Jim Leland, world champion, Florida Marlins. He managed them.
Ground ball to Mark Ellis. And that is out number 1 here in the first.
Well, McCarthy has been a ground ball pitcher. 25.
Left fielder, Ryan Rayburn.
Defense behind McCarthy. Willingham, Crisp, and DeJesus in the outfield. LaRoche at third, Pennington at short, Ellis at second, Barton at first, and Kurt Suzuki behind the dish.
In fact, 23 as he has made 2 starts. I was looking at Gio Gonzalez numbers, but for Brandon McCarthy, 15 and a third innings. So you get 23 ground ball outs. That's doing something. Keep the ball on the ground. Throw strikes. Works quickly.
And a night after the pitching staff walked 11 guys, you'd like to have a strike thrower out there the next night. And McCarthy, at least in the early going, he has been a strike thrower. He's walked just 1 in his 2 starts. McCarthy 8 innings at Toronto on the 5th of April, 7 1/3 innings at Minnesota, and that was on Sunday.
How about that career? 1 walk or fewer, 25 of 59 starts. That is unbelievable.
Rayburn 286 with a homer and 5 RBI. Broke a scoreless tie last night with an RBI double.
Pretty smart hitter. We talked last night about how he seems to always do well against the Athletics. And of course, he was platooning more times than not in the past, but now against the righty, as the case last night, and no chance for that hook. Great curveball from McCarthy. But he was saying, you know, in the case of Gio Gonzalez last night, he figured he was going to pitch him away. It looked that way, but I don't know if he's looking for a curveball, but this is a great Uncle Charlie 12-6 right over the top, and a very good one for McCarthy, and even the very hot Rayburn could not make contact.
So 2 outs for Brendan Bosch. Bosch in the outfield for tonight's game. He was the DH and hitting 7th last night. Right field hitting 3rd tonight. Good swing there, fouled it straight back.
You see the movement though. Two-seamer, 90 miles an hour, even though it was up. Still not a four-seam fastball that he could drive. Nice evening for that section above us.
Line shot left field, and Willingham will play it on a hop. So that's the first hit in the ball game.
Another two-seam fastball. This one at 92, but a little bit lower, and Bosch just able to drive it perfectly to the opposite field. And that's good hitting when you take a two-seamer away from you. Don't try to pull it.
So here's Cabrera. Good start, 326 with 4 home runs. Outside.
Talking about his unbelievable numbers against the Western Division teams, American League. Of course, remember he was with the Florida Marlins before he was acquired by the Tigers, and of course a long-term contract. But the time he has been in the American League facing the American League West, he has been unbelievably strong in all categories offensively.
No, we've seen it.
That's it.
Man.
Especially last year with Ben Sheets. Following the birth of baby, missed 3 days, came back, took a little batting practice, and 2 monster home runs off Sheets.
Just looking for a monster home run there. It's funny, he's not a guy that necessarily overswings. He just has a fairly compact swing for such a big guy, but he is so strong.
No, there's not a park that can hold him line to line. We have seen him, especially in Detroit, where it's a long way to right center Comerica Park, but not for him. So McCarthy, if he can get the ground ball, keep him in the park, that's the best case scenario.
Victor Martinez is in the on-deck circle. 3-1 the count to Cabrera. Cabrera 0 for 3 last night with a walk. Swing and a miss. He did pull off that one a little bit. Good pitch by McCarthy.
Look at this movement going away from him. Slider, and again a 3-1 count. Might have been sitting dead red fastball, trying to put it in the seats. Shut it down just a little bit, especially with 3-2.
Runner takes off, and Cabrera just stays alive. So Bosch heads back to first. Just underway from the Coliseum.
Ahead of him.
Line drive. Ellis leaps, and he timed it perfectly, and he makes the catch. Side retired. Bottom of the first, coming up from the Coliseum. No score.
Ty Waller. And the third base, Mike Gallegos.
A's coming to bat, bottom of the first. Coco Crisp is going to lead it off. The rest of the A's lineup brought to you by Fremont Bank. Crisp, Barton, DeJesus, Willingham, Matsui, Ellis, Suzuki, LaRoche, Pennington. So there's your A's starting lineup.
Rick Porcello has had a tough time against the Athletics a couple years ago. Remember, they were taking it easy with him as far as the pitch count and number of innings. But this year he started 0-2 with a 9 earned run average. 1-3 career against the A's. 0-2 here at the Coliseum. One start last year, he picked up the loss, but a good pitcher. He has been very good since day one in the big leagues. It's a matter of putting it all together. Quality pitches, good fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. 2-4 seam fastball.
Yeah, let's not forget he was in a big league rotation at the age of 20.
That's right.
So a little inconsistent, but certainly looks like he's going to be good for a long time. Strike call down around the knees to Coco Crisp. Crisp, Barton, and DeJesus. Top three in the A's order. Facing Rick Porcello. Umpires tonight. Scott Berry is calling balls and strikes. The crew chief John Hirschbeck down at first, and then Wally Bell and Laz Diaz. Grounded to the right side. Rhymes to his left, throws out Coco Crisp. Defensively for the Tigers, looks like this. Ryan Rayburn is in left field. Don Kelly in center. So Austin Jackson getting the night off. Brennan Bosch in right. Then it's Inge, Santiago, Rhymes, Cabrera, third to first. Alex Avila is the catcher.
Those fans wondering tonight which number 42 is going to shine. A whole bunch of 42s out there on a Jackie Robinson day, on a fleece blanket night.
So tonight, if we're not sure who it is, we rely on what they look like and not the number.
Well, just turn around, B.I. will be able to tell us, since B.I. knows all.
B.I., the great stat man. Of course, this is a tough night for a statistician who's looking at the bullpen, pinch hitters, and they all have number 42.
Is his nickname CB? Cover boy?
Yep. The scoreboard is not playing along. Even the pitchers are wearing 42.
They should all have 42s up there.
What a play by Rhymes. Scrambles after, throws in the dirt, and it gets by Cabrera, so Barton will be aboard. Nice play by Rhymes. If he makes a good throw, he's going to get Barton at first. Throw was low, and Cabrera could not dig it out. That's
a base hit, and should be, and you're right, he tried to hurry his throw. Cabrera could not short hop it, but Alex Avila, and good job by Derek Barton turning around to look, because he knows as a former catcher that the catcher's job is to back up first on an infield ground ball without other runners possibly able to score. And he turned around, saw Avila hustled over with the ball entering or getting close to entering the dugout. He was able to slide and keep it from going to the dugout, and Barton advancing.
So Porcello now faces David DeJesus. He's trying to get DeJesus going. Was not in the starting lineup last night. He did pinch hit. I think Porcello, pretty good sinking fastball.
Rhymes a good play in there. They just held on to the ball a little bit too much, and Cabrera just could not reach it quickly enough. See Barton turning around to look to see where Avila was, and indeed he was there to stop it and save Rhymes an error, and the Tigers with putting Barton in scoring position.
Changeup floats away from DeJesus.
I think Porcello wants to do, and Avila looks like he's trying to make that happen, and is to use all of his pitches, mix up his pitches. A lot of changeups early to the left-handers.
Strike in the outside corner. That was a fastball, but you see a good tailing motion away from the left-handed hitter.
Rayburn in left field playing very shallow like a right-handed pull hitter. Jackson in center, so they're not playing very deep for David DeJesus, who did show some power.
Bit low and a full count. And we'll see if Bob Guerin starts Barton at first. Full count, 1 out.
Well, Purcell's a ground ball pitcher. Not a bad idea.
Barton does go. And it's lined to center field, and that's a base hit. Barton will stop at second base. So DeJesus with a base hit, and the A's got something going here in the first.
Here are the Dodge Charger keys to the game for McCarthy. Run support. I'd like to get him run support. All pitchers, of course. Porcello struggled. Has lost 3 straight to the A's, but he is a ground ball pitcher, and changeup working very well tonight. And it is authentic fans out tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that is a packed section, isn't it?
It's Comcast Sportsnet Value Deck here on Authentic Fan Friday.
You got that down, don't you?
Yeah,
that's good.
Every home Friday. It's blocked by Alex Avila.
Avila is listed on the roster of the Tigers as the only catcher. It's Victor Martinez is the DH tonight. Caught last night. Will catch. The lefty is facing the Tigers. It's good. Avila has shown that he can play at this level. There's Victor, who's Johnny Peralta, his teammate in Cleveland. They're now both with the Tigers.
An early scoring chance for the A's with Willingham hitting. 3 home runs, 7 runs batted in for Josh Willingham, hitting .222. He was 0 for 4 last night.
Well, I think Josh Willingham said it best. Tip your hat to the pitcher last night because
he was good.
Phil Coke did a great job for
yeah.
7 innings for the Tigers. And say all you want about why didn't you hit? Well, sometimes you have to say that guy did his job, and that's what Phil Coke did last night. Back-to-back starts for the lefty, doing a good job. There's Raymond right behind him.
Another nice block. These runners have to hold.
Slider in the dirt. The anticipation by the catcher with the ball movement. He's up quite high for a catcher, but able to get down perfectly and block the ball.
Breaking ball. Willingham takes it. 3-2. It's Hideki Matsui. He will hit next. So Crisp led off the bottom of the first with a ground up. Then Barton an infield hit. DeJesus base hit to center field. Second baseman Will Rhymes is playing very close to the bag. He's trying to keep Derek Barton as close as he can.
And Josh Willingham, we have seen him hit balls to the right side, and there is a big hole. Cabrera trying to take up some of the space by moving off the line. Look at the hole between first and second for a right-handed hitter.
It's low. So the A's have the bases loaded with 1 out for Matsui.
Well, Phil Coke, fastball, slider, changeup, and he mixed his pitches well. There's the slider down and in. It's a 2-seam fastball. This will turn out to be a double play. Taylor made 6-4-3. And there's your fastball inside. Laz Diaz liked it. Willingham did not. Also featured a very good changeup. So a Californian, Sonora, California for Phil Coke, and did a very good job.
Well, Jim Leland had the perfect script last night. Get 7 good innings from your starter. You bring in a pretty good setup man in Benoit, and then Valverde, the closer, in the 9th. So the A's shut out last night, but they're looking to score here in the 2nd inning or make that the 1st inning tonight. Matsui takes low. Matsui was 0 for 3 last night.
Opportunities for the Athletics, and these are the ones you have to take advantage of. A couple of hits and a walk, 1 out. See if you can see another aggressive swing from Matsui. Everybody playing him about as straight up as you could find, except for Inge, who's off the line at 3rd. Matsui has been using the whole field. Inge off 3rd, otherwise not the shift that we've seen some teams use.
Liner, Santiago has it, steps on 2nd, throws in time, and it's a double play. Santiago short hopped it, took it himself, and it's a 6-3 double play, and the A's do not score.
For Matsui, and Matsui hit it very hard. Looked like it might have been into center field. And he caught it, short hopped it, and for Matsui, he was running hard out of the box, thinking that maybe it was caught in the air. I mean, there were a lot of things going on because De Jesus was going back to 2nd, thought it had been caught in the air.
Santiago had a couple ways to turn the double play.
But had Matsui been able to be safe, the A's would have scored a run. But unfortunately, it was hit too hard, and Santiago had played him perfectly.
Victor Martinez leading it off here in the 2nd inning. The pitch inside, 2-0. Martinez, Kelly, and Inge. Oh for 5 last night for Victor Martinez. Pops this one. Left field where Willingham settles underneath it. So that is out number 1, and we're going to see what's going on up at the Comcast Sportsnet Value Deck, where Kate Longworth is upstairs having a good time. Kate, what's up?
Yeah, of course it's a good time. We've got a great view of the game going on and a great deal happening up here for just $12. Fans are here at Authentic Fan Friday, and I'm joined by the Koval family. And Matt, you found out about this deal on our website. Why was it appealing to a dad to be able to bring your family out here to the ballpark?
Because it's awesome, and it's cheap, and it's exciting, and it's everything in California to do now.
That is exactly right. And just for $12, you get in here, and then you get $6 back. So, Jasmine, what did your dad do with the money he got back? What did he buy you?
He bought me a hot dog.
Butter a hot dog. So as you can tell, guys, it's great up here in sections 316 through 318 as we're enjoying Authentic Fan Friday. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Kate. Well, so when a dad gets good value, take the family out. Right?
Smart. That's right.
So they're right above us. It's good view, too. It's about the same view as we get.
And not a bad one because you're looking right behind home plate.
So Pennington takes care of Don Kelly. 2 outs here in the second inning. There it is.
That is a great view. Well, let's fill it up and maybe it can expand out. An overflow and have to open up other sections.
So every Friday there's a home game here at the Coliseum. It will be Authentic Fan Friday. So the next one will be the 29th of April. You want to get your tickets early because the Texas Rangers will be in town. So you'll see the Rangers for the first time here in 2011 beyond the next homestand. One to Brandon Inge.
Rangers an off day yesterday and opened up a series in New York, defeated the Yankees 5-3.
Yeah. They hung on. We'll give you the notes from that game a little bit. Two and 1 to Brandon Inge, hitting .244 with a homer and 3 RBIs. 0 for 2 last night for Inge. Check swing, foul ball. Did walk a couple times last night. And as always, played a very good third base. He's a terrific third baseman.
The thing about Brandon Inge, played center field. Played well there as a catcher, of course, and has settled in at third base, especially with his great hands, lateral movement, and, of course, always a strong arm. Has some pop in his bat, hitting down on the order.
Trying to think. I don't think he's won a Gold Glove.
No.
But I think he's one of the better third basemen in the American League.
Unfortunately, sometimes the Gold Glove goes not necessarily the best defensive player. It's what he's done offensively. And it's coaches and managers who vote. And I'll say, hey, this guy's pretty good. He had 3 home runs. No, what did you do playing defense? Well, so there's sometimes a difference. And we're, not surprisingly, Tommy Hansen puts a camera on Mark Ellis, who, well, second best all time for second basemen. For his fielding percentage, yet he has never won a Gold Glove.
Inge did not go on the check, so it's a walk. 2-out walk for Inge.
Well, it did not look like a swing when originally, and we got a chance to look at it from the side, and
could have been.
Yes, shoot. That was a swing.
So here is Alex Avila. Avila's got 3 home runs already this year. 8 RBIs. Barton has it, and he'll step on the bag. Side retired. Bottom of the second coming up. It'll be Ellis, Suzuki, and LaRoche. No score. Ask Glenn and Ray question. Scott from San Lorenzo asked, did I hear that the new A's flagship station 95.7 changed to an all-sports format today? Yes, you did. So good news. The radio home of the Oakland A's is Sports Radio 95.7 FM, the Bay Area's only FM sports station. So join the broadcasters, Ken Corrick, Vince Catroni, and Ray Fosse for all the action. So Sports Radio 95.7 broadcast starting with, of course, the pregame show and Chris Townsend, Bob Guerin show, and then the postgame wrap-up with Townsend. So Oakland A's coming to you on Sports Radio 95.7. So how about that?
Yeah,
largest market FM sports station in America.
Yeah, that is great because it is all sports, and nothing better than having your baseball team on an all sports station where you can follow and talk sports leading up to and after the game. And in the off season, so many things going on in baseball throughout the off season, the awards, the trades, hot stove. And so it is 12 months, and it's great that it is an all sports station.
So everybody in the A's organization excited about sports radio. Again, 95.7 FM. All sports. Chris Townsend's pregame show will be a little bit longer, and the postgame show will be on a little bit longer, which is good. Why not? You don't have to go to any other programming, right? It's sports. So Mark Ellis chases a high one, and that's the first strikeout for him.
Well, a high breaking ball. Mark started to swing, then started to hold up, but realized it's going to break into the strike zone and needed to try to make contact, but none was made.
First pitch to Kurt Suzuki is a bit high. A's had the bases loaded, one out in the first, but Hideki Matsui hit a hard ball right at Santiago, the shortstop, and it turned out to be a double play. Suzuki had one of the A's 3 hits last night. A's had 3 singles. That was it. There's that good sinker again from Porcello. So
you can see why he gets so many ground ball outs.
Yeah. Little fister center field, and that's going to fall in front of Don Kelly. So Suzuki has a base hit.
Sometimes it's not how hard you hit them, it's where you hit them, and Kelly might have broken back just enough as Suzuki got jammed. Probably a lot of pine tar on the bat on the baseball where it made contact. Just a slight hesitation by Kelly, and then decided not to try to dive and make a catch.
Breaking ball, a little bit low to Andy LaRoche. So LaRoche starting at third base again tonight. LaRoche has been swinging a pretty good bat. Kevin Kuzminoff struggling in the early going, so LaRoche a little playing time.
Well, sometimes a player playing occasionally has a hot bat.
Yeah.
And you put him in every day, and sometimes things change. Let's hope that's not the case with Andy, because he has been swinging the bat well, getting some big hits. Of course, as a player, and you get a chance to play every day, which it seems he's going to get that chance for a little while anyway, and he can continue to do what he did, playing different positions. Now he's at third base,
which is his natural position.
He was a shortstop, and when he signed professionally, they moved him to third. Dad was a left-handed pitcher, so I guess didn't want to be a pitcher.
This is the A's 14th game of the year, and for LaRoche, it's his 8th time in the starting lineup. So he has indeed a chance to play in the early going. Pennington in the on-deck circle. Fastball running in on LaRoche. Porcello, as we said, just 22 years old. His rookie year in 2009, he was 14-9 with a 3.96 ERA in 31 starts. But last year, struggled some. 10-12, his ERA 4.92. Thiago, the shortstop, to second for one. Quick turn at second by Rhymes. Cabrera digs it out, and that's a double play. So a tough double play turn by the Tigers, and that's it for the A's in the second. California is brought to you by Lowe's. It's opening day for your lawn. Visit your local Lowe's for savings and a free MLB fan guide. Compliments of Scott's. (0-0) top of the third. A's and Tigers. Jackie Robinson Day around Major League Baseball. 64 years ago today, Jackie Robinson up the color bearing, played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, played first base that day.
And after Mariano Rivera retires, that will be the last player. He will be the last player to wear the number 42. He was wearing it whenever they decided, 8 years ago, that 42 would be retired. Anybody who was wearing it at the time and until they retired could continue to wear it. Is that number displayed in all Major League parks as a retired number?
Note for you, last A's player to wear number 42 was Buddy Groom back in 1997. Tony Wharton, 71, of course. Certainly remember Dave Henderson, his great years here with the A's wearing number 42.
And a lot of players, African Americans, wore number 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson.
Sure.
Hindu did, and Bovon,
yep.
Number 42, just a couple that come to mind. And Rivera is still wearing it.
Slowly hit to Ellis. Ball takes a tricky hop, but he stays with it.
Well, we talked about Porcello being a ground ball pitcher. Well, watch this turn by Rhymes at second base. Suzuki going in hard on him. And Cabrera making a nice short hop at first base. This time he was able to. With Barton's, he was not.
So here's Rhymes.
When you have a sinker ball pitcher on the mound, one thing always comes to mind. You start the base runners and it counts 3-1, 3-2 for sure. Maybe hit and run. Just try to do something, because if the ball is put in play, there's both pitchers, ground ball pitchers tonight on the mound.
Rhymes grounded out, leading off the game. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
Three starters and a catcher.
Good fastball, and that's the second strikeout for McCarthy. And speaking of McCarthy, here's our Farmers Insurance Report Card. Breakdown of pitches this season. Ray, it's interesting. When you think about McCarthy back when he was with the Texas Rangers, the bottom three, cutter, slider, changeup, probably wouldn't have been on there at all, because he was really a fastball, curveball pitcher.
Right. Two-pitch pitcher. Changing his arm angle, getting more ground ball outs, and well, that's the way to pitch. It's great to be able to throw hard enough or a great curveball to get a strikeout, but ideally, have hitters put the ball in play and your defense do what they're capable of doing and stay in the game a long time.
Rayburn is swinging a miss.
Gonzalez made an interesting point after the game last night when he's talking about the Tigers might swing at the first pitch. Then after that, they just kind of settled down and made him work. 103 pitches, only 6 innings. Of course, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. That's the difference in certain teams. Faced the Blue Jays. McCarthy had 21 pitches in the first 3 innings. Tonight, 36 in the first 2. So just a difference in maybe the pitches he's throwing and the patience of this Tiger club to compare to the Blue Jays.
On the infield, Pennington and Ellis. And it's going to be Pennington right near the bag, and he's got it. That's a very good inning. 3 up, 3 down for Brandon McCarthy. Bottom of the third coming up. It'll be Pennington, Crisp, and Martin. No score. No score, bottom of the third inning. Cliff Pennington will lead things off for the A's. He'll be followed by Coco Crisp and Derek Barton. It's Porcello. So we just got a delivery from Round Table Pizza. Good friends from Round Table Pizza. And it took them so long. It is good.
You know, as good
my partner just finished his slice, and he was not messing around.
As good as the pizza is, geez, if we'd had it more than just tonight, it would have been great. So maybe we can have it maybe at least once a homestand.
Yeah, or once a night. But Round Table has been an A's sponsor for 30 years.
Now ready.
So the A's organization appreciates Round Table and their loyalty to the A's. Make a terrific pizza, and they brought us one, so we're very happy. So 30 years. It's a long time.
Yeah, it's if it's that good, you can understand why they've been a sponsor for 30 years. And I do think that it should be just a regular. That when we come back from a road trip, and especially a game like last night,
just have a couple up here.
Kind of one of those yawners at 11 walks, and we needed something to get us pumped up, right? So a Round Table Pizza would be exactly what the doctor would order, and a little dips for dessert,
yeah.
Maybe some Busy Bee Bakery goodies. And so I think we could taste probably a lot of food up here, and people know exactly how it is. But all through the Bay Area, Round Table Pizza, see them everywhere.
Well, they sent us up a fire roasted pizza.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's terrific. So make sure you call your local Round Table. They'll put up for you today. It's good, and we appreciate it. So Round Table, the last honest pizza.
We could probably call for delivery, right? Used to do that when I was in the bullpen.
Did you really?
Yeah. That's whenever they used the phones, and you could actually get a phone number, an actual phone in the bullpen, and you call for pizza delivery, have it delivered in the back, San Diego County Stadium, the old stadium in Milwaukee, down in the bullpen.
Grimes on the dive, cannot get it.
Well, you come out tomorrow for the A's home cap presented by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Stop at Round Table, get a pizza on the way, come out, enjoy your cap. Perfect for sunny day games at the Coliseum. This cap looks great on any A's fan. Game time 6:05. It's against these Detroit Tigers. 10,000 fans will receive an A's home cap. For tickets, call 877-493-BALL or go to oaklandathletics.com. Since they're a sponsor, that means you could stop at one of the local Round Table pizzas, right? And sure, bring it into the yard and get your cap. Fleece blanket tonight. You ready for a second piece?
I can't wait for this inning to end. Score quickly, and then four hits for the A's off Porcello. Uncle Chris took a couple steps towards second base and then stopped.
I don't know if he was just shooting up a flare or actually stumbled a bit.
I think Cabrera's asking him exactly that. Pitch out this time. Coco not going. So 2-1 to Barton with DeJesus in the on-deck circle.
Leyla making the calls to Alex Avila as far as the runner at first base. He'll go through a series of signs. Avila looking, and Jim Leyland saw Coco start to take off and then called the pitch out. Of course, that's confidence he has in his pitcher to throw strikes, because that pitch out put him behind the count 2-1. You have the old equalizer, the two-seamer, the sinking fastball that can result in a ground ball. That's going to get you out of a lot of jams that already has tonight for Porcello.
Quick throw, and Crisp gets back. Double play to end the first, double play to end the second.
.617 ground ball outs in his career.
Sounds like a lot. Just missed outside. 3-1 to Barton. Coco has a good lead at first. Not going, and Barton slices one down the left field line toward the bullpen and foul.
Porcello quick pitched him, and not a bad idea. 3-1. You figure Coco might have been thinking about running, but could not because of Porcello getting rid of the ball quickly. And as he comes set, he doesn't even look. He just goes quickly to the plate. And with a two-seamer that was running away from Barton.
Coco takes off this time. Strike 3 call. Throw to second base, not nearly in time. So Barton strikes out. Coco Crisp with the stolen base.
Well, he threw the two-seamer away and then came back 3-2 on the inside part of the plate with the same movement. And Avila was slow coming out from behind the plate, maybe waiting to get a call from Scott Berry. And Coco Crisp with that head-first slide. He's got the protection on his left finger.
Coco now 6 for 6 in steal attempts, so he has 6 of the A's 11 stolen bases this year.
Oh, cross up. That looked like a strike.
It was pretty good.
But the umpire couldn't see it because Avila came straight up. Look at it, watch him come up. He's looking fastball. He goes up to get it, and then, oh, hello. And the umpire said, you know, if you hadn't blocked me, I might have called it a strike. But the umpire actually has to see the ball before he can make the call.
Yeah, that would
and
help.
If you can't see it, it's not going to give you a strike. Even though that looked like a pretty good pitch. Definitely a cross up, and Porcello and Avila now on the same page. Runner at second base, they'll go through a number of signs, multiple signs, and sometimes that is a little confusing. Shouldn't it be?
Changeup drops in for a strike to David DeJesus. Another changeup, 80 miles an hour. A's looking for their first run in this series. Left fielder Ryan Rayburn very shallow, as is Bosch, the right fielder. Jesus had a base hit in the first inning, a line drive to center field. Little jam shot, and that's going to drop, and the A's are going to take the lead. Coco Crisp races around third, comes in to score, and it's 1-0. DeJesus gets RBI number 4.
Well, just make contact. They try to go back inside, the same that they did with Barton for the strikeout, but DeJesus was quick on the inner part of the plate and pulled it perfectly into the gap in right center. That's great two-out hitting. And so the stolen base by Coco Crisp gets him in scoring position, and A's take advantage of that with a two-out hit by David DeJesus. He may steal himself. He may take off and try also to get in scoring position, especially with 2 outs. Take away the possibility of a double play, it helps, doesn't it, to get a base hit.
Swing and a miss by Josh Willingham, who walked in the first inning. The A's indeed get their first run in the series thanks to DeJesus. count for Porcello, 56. We're in the third inning. Good pitch there, down around the knees. Porcello doesn't necessarily throw real hard, but good movement. On the ground to the shortstop, Santiago. He'll go the long way. And that will do it, but the A's get a run thanks to the 2-out RBI hit from David DeJesus. We're headed to the fourth inning. A's 1, Tigers nothing. Brennan Bosch, Miguel Cabrera, and Victor Martinez. So 3 powerful hitters for McCarthy to face. The first pitch is bounced toward Ellis. Picks it up, flips to first, 1 out. Time now for our trivia question, and that is brought to you by AT&T. Who are the 4 pitchers in Oakland history to allow only 1 run in their first 3 starts to begin a season? I'm guessing. No, I'm not guessing. I know he's on the list, obviously.
Gio Gonzalez.
Gio Gonzalez, 19 innings, 1 earned run. Not too shabby.
That was a home run by a left-handed hitter.
That's right. Oh, 2 to Cabrera. Checks his swing.
Is that in Oakland A's history? Is that?
I think so.
Question. Well, we talked about Dave Short last night. 6 wins in April.
Big curveball gets Cabrera swinging.
Gio last night was as good as he was in the first 2 starts. Just no run support for him last night, but 6 shutout innings. Jim Fregosi, a longtime player, now scout. Normally we see him down in Tampa, but saw him tonight. We're talking about Gio, and he said, very simply, if you don't like him, I think we'll take him. If you find something wrong with him. And I said, no, I don't think that's going to happen. He's happy right here. And nobody believes that Gio needs to go anyplace else.
Oh, 1 to Victor Martinez, who hit a fly ball to left field leading off the second inning. Martinez 0 for 6 in the series. Big McCarthy curveball drops low. So the average slipping under the 200 mark for Martinez. Another curve inside, 2-1.
Well, unfortunately, and again, we mentioned it briefly last night, some of the big hitters around baseball struggling to start this season. How about the Boston Red Sox, who just completed a deal, Adrian Gonzalez, for 7 years at a boatload of money. He and Carl Crawford now with the Boston Red Sox. And they lost again tonight 7-6 to the team that is managed by their former pitching coach, John Farrell, and the Toronto Blue Jays. 7-6 and 7-3, 7-4 BR, something like
Late,
that.
yeah, the Red Sox came back.
But not enough. And so a struggling Boston Red Sox team. I have to wonder how many of the Red Sox fans will be out here Tuesday and Wednesday to watch their favorite team.
They're 2-10 now. And that's the worst record in baseball.
Victor Martinez was with the Red Sox last year. Acquired by the Red Sox from the Indians and signed with the Tigers.
Down the left field line, foul again. So good battle here. 7 years, $154 million, huh? I saw the breakdown. He got a $6 million signing bonus, did Adrian Gonzalez, and it comes out to be just about $21 million per year for 7 years.
$6 million to pay the agent.
Well, that's a good call. Yeah.
Or to add on to his current salary of $6.5 this year.
Mark Ellis dives. He cannot quite get it, and that's a 2-out hit for Victor Martinez.
So you notice how the Red Sox waited until after this season began, so the salary will not start until next year. The luxury tax, of course, I think the threshold's about 160 or something like that. And
yeah, I think this deal was, and I don't know this, probably the parameters were in place in the offseason.
And there was speculation that with Albert Pujols, who will be a free agent at the end of the year, and Gonzalez wait. But he said he wanted to be there, stay there, and matter of fact, he waived. Yes, they had a 72-hour window to try to extend him because of the magnitude of the trade. He said, forget about it. I want to be here.
That's down the left field line, and that's fair. It rattles around down there. Willingham picks it up. So it's going to be a double. Martinez to third. I think the A's caught a break there.
Yeah.
If that ball goes down into the corner, Martinez is going to score, but it hit that corner edge just past the bullpen, and it stayed in front of Willingham.
Well, that's a Fenway extension. See the ball slicing, barely lands inside the line, but clearly a fair ball, and then just started slicing right underneath the heater and right to Josh Willingham. And with 2 outs, Martinez was running all the way, but had to be held at third.
So here's Brandon Inge, second and third, 2 outs. But high to Inge. Inge walked in the second inning. So back-to-back 2-out hits for the Tigers. Now it's 2-0. That ball right there, that pitch right there, is that his cutter?
Yeah,
it's a lot like a slider and a cutter are a lot alike.
Just a tempting pitch for a hitter. You see it, and you want to swing, and then it just enough to cut and get off the end of the bat instead of the sweep part of the bat.
And now 3-0 with the left-handed hitting Alex Avila in the on-deck circle.
This might not be a bad pitch careful to a veteran in Brandon Inge. And Avila, I mentioned his numbers are very good to start this season. Sometimes against a lefty, the two-seam fastball could roll over and get another ground ball out.
right field. DeJesus has a play on it, and he's got it side retired. A couple of runners stranded by the Tigers. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Matsui's going to lead it off. Athletics analyst Fernando Vina. Tweet your question at CSN Athletics with your hashtag FanFriday. He may answer your question during A's postgame live. CSNCalifornia.com, your interactive home for A's baseball all season long. A's with a 1-0 lead, bottom of the fourth inning. David DeJesus, the RBI single in the bottom of the third, knocking home Coco Crisp for the only run. Matsui hit into a double play in the first. Pitch on the outside corner. A's have 5 hits off Porcello in the first 3 innings. Line shot right at Santiago. So again, Santiago had him played perfectly. All right, here's our AT&T trivia answer. Question was, who are the 4 pitchers in Oakland history to allow only 1 run in their first 3 starts to begin a season? John Henry Johnson in '78, Matt Keough, Rich Harden in '05, and of course Gio Gonzalez this year. And Matt Keough, tough luck guy for a couple of years. Pitched pretty well, lost a lot of games, but he was part of Billy Martin's
Big 4.
Yeah. Great rotation. Cabrera throws to Porcello, and the play was probably made quite a bit more difficult than it needed to be. Cabrera went way to his right.
He did the same thing last year in Galarraga's near perfect game. Ranged in front of the second baseman, had to feed back to Galarraga. In a similar play, he almost got stepped on, and Porcello barely able to find the bag. Stumbled, right foot missed it, or maybe the edge of it, and almost got stepped on by the left foot of Mark Ellis.
So 2 outs for Kurt Suzuki. So I want everybody to go out in the yard tomorrow and try that at home. Just run about half speed and then have somebody throw a ball down at your shoe tops and try to catch it.
Right. Well, you can do that at Jack's Little League game tomorrow morning, right?
Can't wait. They're the Indians, you know. Your old team. The Danville Indians. Kurt Suzuki with a base hit in the second inning. Angels leading the White Sox 4-3, top of the ninth inning.
It's supposed to be cold back in Chicago this weekend. They had a rain delay.
They did, yeah.
Or a snow delay or something.
They're back playing. Just trying to hang on. Suzuki off the foot, and he goes down.
Good sinker ball from Porcello straight down, and Suzuki, right above the shin guard on his left. Watch where this ball hits. The shin guard, the protection is there, and it misses it. Oh. Jermaine Dye, exactly right, Tommy Adza. He ended up on crutches for a long time. So, try to get as much protection as possible, but sinker ball pitcher, when he throws inside, not much you can do to avoid that.
2-2 now to Kurt. Toward the shortstop, Santiago charges, flips across, and Porcello has a 3-up, 3-down fourth inning. We're through 4 at the Coliseum, 1-0 A's. Sportsnet California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now, get the All-American Jack combo with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. A's 1 and the Tigers nothing. Celebrating Jackie Robinson Day at all the ballparks around Major League Baseball. For the Tigers, they will send up Avila, Santiago, and Rhymes, 8, 9, and 1 in their lineup. McCarthy so far, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and he's allowed 3 hits to the Tigers.
And 69 pitches through 4 innings. Which that's a high number for him, as he is usually in the strike zone early in the game and allows him to pitch deep.
McCarthy threw 89 in his first start at Toronto, 107 on Sunday in Minnesota. And again, just 1 total walk in those 2 starts. 2-0 Avila. Pitch on the outside corner. Broken bat line drive right at Mark Ellis, and that is out. Number 1.
In honor of Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson and his single-season record of 130 stolen bases, the A's will be hiding 130 mini bases throughout the East Bay for you to steal. Starting on Monday, 10 bases will be hidden each day for 13 days. Scores will be posted on the A's Facebook and Twitter pages. Fans will find one of the bases, win 2 tickets for the April 30th game, and a voucher for a Ricky Henderson bobblehead. For more information, visit OaklandAthletics.com. That's a good one. I'm looking forward to the Ricky Henderson bobblehead.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that and the Ray Fawcett bobblehead. Right.
Steve Fennell in the A's ticket office, and the season ticket holders get the nice season tickets. And one of the pictures, you can see the Joe Rudy number 26 jersey given away last year, but there's a ticket that has Ricky Henderson and MC Hammer on the ticket. So that would be the 80s. What are you going to dress up on the 80s weekend?
I don't know.
I mean, you can't do anything better than what you did in the 70s last year.
I know. Well, I think it's your turn to really go for it this year. I did the 70s, and I think the 80s is probably going to be your night to shine.
You got to go in reverse. You got to go to the 60s.
We've seen pictures of you in the 60s. Style dog, boy.
Yeah, right.
Steve McQueen had nothing on you. Good pitch by Brandon McCarthy for out number 2.
A nice quick delivery and a good overhand curveball from McCarthy. Watch this ball drop right in. And Scott Berry. That's a big strike and a lot of the plate. Fooled the hitter.
So Rhymes, the leadoff hitter, steps up. He's 0 for 2. Curveball in for a strike.
Staying with the curveball. He's got a good one, and kind of like the changeup. Hitters see a good curveball, they take it and figure that's it. We'll not see another one. McCarthy has a curveball that he can throw several times in succession.
Rhymes played in 54 games last year for the Tigers. Won the starting second base job. Mark Ellis dives, gets up, throws, not quite in time. Very close at first. Bang, bang, and John Hirschbeck said Rhymes beat it.
Well, from the left side, watch how quickly it gets out of the batter's box. And Mark Ellis, anybody else is going to throw him out. He almost got Rhymes. Rhymes runs too fast. Ellie, great angle, going to the outfield grass, reaching and popping up quickly. A lot on his throw. And good stretch by Derek Barton, but just not enough time. Excellent call by the veteran John Hirschbeck. And another 2-out hit.
Yep.
McCarthy had a 1-2-3 third inning. But this is the 5th inning and the 4th of the first 5 that he's gotten the first 2 outs and got into trouble. Single the first, walk in the second, and a single double in the 4th. Fortunately got out of all the jams.
One 1-0 to Rayburn. Big overhand curve, and Rayburn chased it. 1-1. Rayburn a strikeout in the first, a pop out to short in the third. So Rayburn 1 for 7 in this series, and Barton takes a look at Hirschbeck. Rayburn again. Chases.
Well, that's a good pitch. Get a hitter to chase. He cannot do anything with it. I think what Brandon McCarthy is doing a great job of varying his delivery. This one, watch this ball straight down. Good sinker. He's throwing over to first, but then gets a sign, looks, and then goes straight to the plate.
Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Rayburn can't believe it. A couple of strikeouts in the inning for McCarthy. Bottom of the 5th coming up. A's 1. A's with a 1-0 lead, bottom of the 5th inning. Nice night at the Coliseum and a good crowd tonight. 21,853. 21853 is your attendance on a Friday night. Authentic Fan Friday.
Nice weather to be out watching a game. Round Table Pizza in the stands, in the booth.
Yep.
Looks like a little personal Round Table Pizza that you can get.
Not enough for me.
No, I can see that. I'm glad I got a couple pieces I got because the rest of it's gone.
Almost.
And James didn't have any. We know B.I. never eats anything up there. And Brady didn't even have a piece. So it's all you, big guy. It's good food we get up here, and B.I. never has anything.
His loss.
Yeah.
Our gain. 2-2 to Andy LaRoche. Followed by Pennington, and then top of the order, Coco Crisp.
Well, one run is good when the Tigers don't have any, but more would be better. Well, it's so much easier for a pitcher to take the mound knowing he's got some flexibility. If he makes a bad pitch and gives up a long ball, it's not going to hurt him.
Drive to right. Bosch getting back. Now spins around and makes the catch. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, join us tomorrow, Game 2 on Comcast Sportsnet California, the Sharks and the Kings. Sharks up a game on the Kings. Game 2 tomorrow. Game 3 on Tuesday. You see the rest of the schedule. Again, that's tomorrow night right here on Comcast Sportsnet California. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Sharks pregame live. Pennington to bunt. Pennington popped out to the shortstop in the 3rd. Joe Pavelski, this is the game winner in overtime last night for the Sharks. 3-2 is your final at the Shark Tank.
I want to hear the audio. I want to hear the call. They don't get a lot of scores in hockey when they score. Hockey and soccer.
Good vibe at the Shark Tank always. Great atmosphere down there.
That's the San Jose, right?
Yes, it is. Good fans down there.
Downtown stadium? Right downtown? A lot of excitement for the fans before the Sharks play and after the Sharks play. And
you like it down there, don't you?
it's pretty nice.
Pennington with a base hit up the middle.
Saw it in Minneapolis, didn't we? The same thing. I mean, that was after the 3 o'clock home opener. Man, that downtown Minneapolis was a buzz.
It was jumping. Yep.
That two-seamer, Pennington, a good job. Watch this ball just go tailing away from him, plants the front foot, and then unloads a great swing on a ball right up the middle. And it's called waiting perfectly for a ball that just kept running away from him.
Here's the top of the order in Coco Crisp, who singled, stole a base, and scored the only run in the ball game. That was in the 3rd. Crisp is 1 for 6 in the series. Down around the knees, a strike.
Nice look for Coco Crisp tonight. Much different from last night.
Yeah.
And that was last night. And tonight.
Pennington goes, throw to second base is there, and Pennington is out. Avila, who does a pretty good job throwing runners out, threw a perfect strike, and they had Pennington by quite a bit.
Actually, Cliff Pennington should not have run because it looked like he was heading back to first in the first move. So with his momentum going back towards the bag, and then he took off, and as a result was thrown out.
Porcello out of the inning, and nothing for the A's. In the bottom of the 5th, we are on to the 6th. 1-0 A's. Inning. Brandon McCarthy will face Bosch, Cabrera, Martinez. First pitch is low. So McCarthy, as he enters the 6th inning, 87 pitches. Curve in for a strike. Here's the 3 starts so far, all very good. The one at Toronto, the 4 earned runs. Questionable scoring. It was probably should have been an error, but it was a hit, and it would have been 2 earned runs instead of 4. But he has pitched well all 3 starts.
I think the official score waited till after everybody had left and then made the announcement so nobody would scream at him about how can you make that change. That's not a hit. Cost him 2 earned runs. More importantly, the A's fortunately lost the game in extra innings.
Bosch a single in the 1st, a ground out in the 4th. Fastball runs in on Bosch, so the count is even at 2-2. It's going to be a base hit to center field. Bosch got another breaking ball, and he's 2 for 3. Let's check in with Kate Longworth, who is upstairs in the Comcast Sportsnet Value Deck. Kate.
Well, guys, just enjoying Authentic Fan Friday, and I'm joined now by Chuck Mintz, who's been going to games for the last 15 years. But what makes it so unique sitting tonight here in the Value Deck?
Well, the truth of the matter is we are season ticket holders, but this is special. Here are people, many of whom can't afford to come to lots of games, and they are really A's fans, and we're calling them the valuable A's fans, and they are special.
And speaking of valuable fans, and you're getting great value here, a great deal.
It is a super deal. Not only do we get a ball game, but we're fed. We get lots of good food and lots of good sport.
That's right. We're in sections 316 through 318, and just $12 got fans in here, and you get $6 back. And Chuck, you spent yours on nachos?
That's correct.
Well, I'm going to let you eat those cheesy nachos because they look good. And if you look at this beautiful view, we have a great view of the game, and guys, I think you do too.
Indeed. Thanks so much for having me. This was lots of fun, and you're wonderful.
Oh, thank you. So are you. And so are you guys. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I think he was flirting with Kate a little bit, don't you?
Looking forward to eating the nachos.
Yeah. 1-2 to Cabrera. Big bouncer. LaRoche has it to second for 1. Ellis with the turn, double play. So they get Cabrera. Not only 1 out, but a pair.
Want to get the big guy too. That's a good night against Cabrera. He's 0 for 3 with the double play. Taylor made the 5-4-3. Cabrera does not run well. And Mark Ellis, a perfect feed to Derek Barton. And that quickly, after a Bosch leadoff base hit, he is headed back to dugout with Cabrera. Let's keep the big guy quiet. 4-game series. That's hard to do. Both he and Victor Martinez. How about the backdrop signage there? You see that behind the hitter? I think that's got Glenn Kuiper's name written all over it, too. Breslow gets loose. A couple of games back-to-back against the White Sox. Coaching is concluded.
Hit high with the fastball to Victor Martinez. single and a fly ball to left field for Martinez. Big curveball. Sitting on 99. Martinez got a fastball at a big rip and he fouled it off his leg.
It's the top hand and awfully. It never fails. Look at the protection. He missed it just like Kurt Suzuki did.
Well,
on the inside part of the left foot, right foot, and front foot for him, hitting left-handed.
Don Kelly is waiting in the on-deck circle, but there are 2 outs. Strike 3 call. Fastball inside corner. 6 strikeouts for Brandon McCarthy in 6 shutout innings. 1-0 A's. Coors Light freeze can. Coors Light freeze can is brought to you by Frostbrewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. There's the Comcast Sportsnet Value Deck here on Authentic Fan Friday. Those fans enjoying themselves. And they're seeing a nice ball game. 1-0 the A's lead, bottom of the 6th inning. Rick Porcello's first pitch to Derek Barton is a breaking ball high. Seven pitches for Porcello. That's a fair ball past a diving Cabrera down the right field line. And Derek Barton is aboard with a leadoff double. 6th double of the year for Barton.
A great top hand by Derek Barton to pull it past Cabrera at first base. Pitch inside, a little bit of an uppercut swing, and top hand just passed Cabrera, getting right on the line. Right fielder Bosch getting to the ball as it had a chance to get down in the corner. Maybe allow a triple for Derek Barton.
So 7th hit for the A's. That's their first extra base hit. David DeJesus, who's had a good night, 2 for 2 with an RBI single.
The top hands, this is the perfect time to get a top hand and roll over. And if the corner is thinking about a bunt.
Bounced it to the shortstop, and that'll get the job done. Over to third goes Barton.
And that's an excellent running by Derek Barton, because he knew where Santiago had set up for David DeJesus. David did not hit the ball to the right side, but Barton got a great jump once the ball was hit. Bart.
All right.
Take Bart. We'll take Bart. And a big run for the A's, and Josh Willingham has a chance to drive him in.
Bounces it foul past Mike Gallego. Willingham walked in the first, grounded to short in the third. Infield in. Bounced again, foul. So 0-2 to Willingham. Willingham with 7 RBIs on the year, looking for number 8. This ball runs away.
They have a tendency as a hitter with a sinker ball pitch to do what Willingham did with the first 2, and that's to hit them on the ground. Unfortunately, the 2 were hit foul. Not surprised that the infield is playing again with a ground ball pitcher.
Fastball foul back by Willingham. There's action out in the Tigers bullpen. Now Albuquerque throwing.
Where's he from?
I don't know. Alberto Albuquerque.
Pretty nice views from Albuquerque, wouldn't it?
Marcelo closing in on 100 pitches. 2-2 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss by Willingham, and that's out number 2.
Well, they finally got the four-seam fastball and just could not make contact. Pretty good pitch to hit. Jim Leland, maybe that's going to be the last pitch, as he's taking a walk to the mound.
So 97 pitches for Porcello. And he has not made the call yet. That may have been a get this guy or you're gone. So that guy would be Hideki Matsui. 2 outs and a runner at third. Matsui has hit the ball very hard twice with nothing to show for it. Both couple line drives to the shortstop.
Santiago's playing exactly the same spot where Matsui has hit both of his hard hit balls.
Sinker drops low. Barton led off the inning with a double. Went to third on the ground out, but Willingham strikes out. Changeup, and a pretty good one. So you saw the fastball right around 90, the changeup 81.
And the inner part of the plate, and Matsui's right on it, just right over the top.
changeup again, and it's low. 2-1. There's the great fans out in the left field bleachers. Barton dancing around down the third. So now 3-1. Mark Ellis waiting in the on-Dixer. He's in need of an insurance run. Outside corner, called a strike. Matsui didn't like it. Doesn't react negatively too often, but should bend back a little bit after the strike.
Just keeps moving outside, and yeah, that's about all the reaction you're going to get from Matsui.
So a full count. Change up, and Matsui strikes out. So Porcello strikes out Willingham and Matsui with a runner at third, so he gets out of the jam.
Xfinity, TV, phone, and internet. Reinvented. And by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
Welcome back to the Coliseum. 1-0. The A's with the lead over the Tigers. Don Kelly, the first hitter. Kelly, Inge, and Avila against Brandon McCarthy. Action in the A's bullpen. Breslow throwing.
Maybe batter to batter for Brandon McCarthy, especially with the bullpen busy again. Team number 42 up in the bullpen.
Yes, they do. So do the Tigers. No swing, says Laz Diaz. Two and one to Don Kelly. He's got a double.
Oh, wow. Late call. Taken. I think Porcello's finished, and Jim Leland was reminding Porcello that
Barton takes care of Kelly, and that is out number one. Here's our true story brought to you by McDonald's on this date in 1993 at Old Tiger Stadium. Chad Critter.
Now batting,
It's a pinch hit walk-off double off Dennis Eckersley, and it helped Sparky Anderson get his 2,000th career win as a manager. 3-2 was your final. Tigers over the Athletics. Well, Eck didn't blow a whole lot.
No.
That one may have got away from him.
Is that with a 2-1 lead? Did you say a 2-run home run? Is that what you said?
Double.
Oh, no.
Chad Critter. Brandon Inge is the hitter. Pops it up. Barton near the seats, and just not quite enough for him. Rangers won their game today 5-3 over the Yankees.
I'd like to know, in this Eckersley, I'm sure he's still working for the Red Sox, and I'd like to get his reaction to Valverde. They close it for the Tigers, and his, I guess, celebration, or what are you going to call it, after not only a save, but even after a strikeout.
Yeah.
I guess if you can back it up, you want. It's Eckersley. It's more of a release for him. There's Valverde, who picked up the save last night. A 3-run lead going into the 9th inning. Closer's dream to have a 3-run lead.
Two pitch to Inge. Curveball, swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts for Brandon McCarthy. Bob Guerin trotting out to the mound.
How do you feel? I feel great, Skip. See you later. If he ran out and didn't point towards the bullpen, I'd say he's got to give him a chance to get a Vila. The way he's pitching, he is. All right. High curveball from McCarthy, and Brandon Inge. You say it's a real hanger. It had pretty good velocity, but it stayed up a little bit. And Brandon Inge with a big cut. Looked back, could not believe he missed it. This would be great for McCarthy to finish 7. He's gotten Avila twice. Broke his bat. And they semi-line drive to Ellis at second, and the ground out. 3 out of 6.
Curve drops in for a strike to Avila. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts for McCarthy. Avila is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a line out. That's a base hit to right field. So another 2-out hit.
Well, that's going to be it. Give him the chance and to finish 7. He will lead with a 1-0 lead, and see if the bullpen can get 7 outs and a save for Brandon McCarthy, who deserves the win.
So Brandon McCarthy should get a very nice ovation from this crowd tonight. Well deserved. 6 2/3 innings of shutout baseball. 1-0 A's. Top of the 7th. A couple guys out and a runner on as Craig Breslow comes in. He faces Ramon Santiago. Santiago takes a big rip at the first pitch. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. So Breslow for the 5th time this year faces the switch-hitting Santiago. Avila is at first. 114 pitches for McCarthy. So another very strong outing by an A's starter.
Well, I'm glad to see Bob Guerin at least leave him in there to try to get the 3rd out in the 7th inning. As Matt Balfour loosens up.
To DeJesus in right field. To his right, he's got inside. Retired. 7th inning stretch from the Coliseum's coming up. 1-0 A's. A's come to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning with a 1-0 lead. It'll be Ellis, Suzuki, and Andy LaRoche. As Brandon McCarthy leaves, 6 2/3 innings of shutout baseball. And we have a major league debut. Al Albuquerque from the Dominican Republic. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. It's Alberto, we are told. They call him Al.
Al's making his debut, major league debut, right? What do they call him?
Al Albuquerque. 24 years old, 6 foot tall, 195 pounds. So he's in the big leagues, facing Ellis in a quick 0-2 to the A's second baseman. Strike 3 called. 3 pitches. Ellis strikes out. And Albuquerque, a good start in his major league debut. Ace Baseball and Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Cache Creek's Showers of Cash win $500 cash every hour from 2 p.m. until midnight. Visit cashcreek.com for more details. That's the giveaway tonight. You see the A's blanket. Suzuki in the hole, and that's a base hit. But Suzuki is 2 for 3 tonight. And that is hit number 8 for the Athletics.
Drawn in infield for some reason. Inge thinking maybe it would be a bunt attempt by Kurt Suzuki. So He was playing even with the bat. This ultra low swing from Kurt Suzuki, showing out in front, great follow through with the bat. Base hit in the hole between third and short.
Here's Andy LaRoche. So we mentioned the Rangers winning behind Matt Harrison, who's 3-0. He's pitched very well. The Rangers turned 6 double plays in that game. Ties an American League record. And for the Yankees, they put Phil Hughes on the disabled list today. Hughes really struggling. His ERA almost 14.
Dead arm.
Dead arm.
Yep.
So question marks about that Yankee rotation coming into the season. Daniel Schlereth. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Roach strikes out for out number 2.
That man's impressive.
Now
this breaking pitch from Kirk right over the top with a little bit of a movement. But over with a curveball. Very tight breaking curveball.
All strikes for Albuquerque. He faces Pennington. Angels hung on and beat the White Sox 4-3 in Chicago. Jared Weaver 4-0 with a 1.30 ERA. He was the winning pitcher.
Strikeouts tonight. Strikeout machine.
So the Rangers win and the Angels win. Tampa Bay beat Minnesota 5-2. So the Twins continue to struggle. They're now 4-9. Ryan Rayburn in and to his right. He's got it. Side retired. We're headed to the 8th inning from the Coliseum. 1-0 A's. Nothing A's as we have reached the 8th inning. A's going to their setup man, Grant Balfour. So McCarthy, Breslow got the final out in the 7th inning, and now Balfour. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. 6th appearance for Balfour. The last time he pitched was Wednesday in Chicago, and he was the winning pitcher. The A's came back, won the game. And Balfour will face the top of this order. Rhymes, Rayburn, and Bosch. Balfour is ready, and so is Rhymes. First pitch is up and away. He's running through some of the notes from the American League. Mentioned that the Rays beat the Twins, and Joe Mauer got placed on the disabled list, right? Yeah, I'm sure you saw that.
Yes, I did. It's sad to see, but his knees, off-season surgery, and I guess the Twins are a little concerned that he's not going to be able to get the knees strong enough by playing. Trying to play.
Balfour gets Rhymes for out number 1.
Good curveball from Balfour. Of course, he has an excellent fastball. Hitters have to look for that, but he basically is a 4-pitch pitcher out of the bullpen.
So here's Rayburn, who is 0 for 3 in the game. Swing fouled it back. Toronto 7, Boston 6. Kansas City beat the Mariners 6-5. And the Indians beat the Orioles 8-2. Justin Masterson is 3-0. The Indians are 9-4. Hafner with a home run. So they're playing good baseball. Orioles only started out strong, but they have lost 5 in a row. They are now 6-6 on the year. So that's your scoreboard in the American League.
And that's why you don't do a lot of talking if you start the season. You have a kind of a winning streak because have to sustain that, and the long season, we're just at halfway point in April 15th.
One-two to Rayburn. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Rayburn has struck out 3 times. 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
Curveball to get Rhymes, and now a great slider to get Rayburn. Good hard slider breaking away from the right-hander.
So with 2 outs, Brennan Bosch will hit. So Bosch is 2 for 3 in tonight's game. 2 for 5 in the series. Couple of singles.
Oh,
heads up.
Wow. You get crossed up with nobody on second. This is a strike. What's wrong with the pitch? I mean, this is right down the middle. And it's one thing if you jump up as a catcher and you block the umpire, but Kurt Suzuki just took one. Yet called the ball, but that was a very good strike. I think that's why Grant Balfour went in to ask home plate umpire. Great. It's a strike.
So now it's 3-0. So that could be an important pitch.
Well, normally it's rare that if a catcher uses more than one sign with nobody on second.
Fastball in there for a strike.
I mean, pitchers who think teams are cheating with a camera in center field or somebody in center field, but normally it's just one sign.
Strike, good pitch right on the outside corner.
Paint it there and get back to dugout. That's an unhittable pitch. So after getting to 3-0, back-to-back fastballs, this one, just no chance to hit that.
Fly ball, deep center field. Chris near the wall, and he's got it. 3 outs. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Still 1-0 A's. Dealers 0-6-0 for the Tigers, 1-8-0 for the Athletics. The only run of the game, RBI single by David DeJesus, scored Coco Chris. That was in the 3rd. So bottom of the 8th, and Chris will lead it off against Albuquerque, the young man who made his major league debut. A couple of strikeouts in the 7th inning, so he's back out there for another inning of work. Crisp is 1 for 3. Ryan Fuentes starting to throw. Coco rolls it foul. Good look from the Comcast Sportsnet value deck. Coco stays alive, fouls it straight back. Game 3 will be tomorrow. Be a 6 o'clock start here at the Coliseum. Justin Verlander and Dallas Braden. Verlander and Braden. It'll be a radio-only game. We will not televise tomorrow. We'll be back with you on Sunday for Brad Penny and Trevor Cahill. So that's the rest of this series. And then the Red Sox will come in Tuesday and Wednesday. Left center hit pretty well. Kelly on the run. Still on the run near the track, and he's got it. So Braden and Verlander. Verlander always tough. One of the good ones in baseball.
And Dallas Braden. They'll have section 209 probably filled. Verlander has an assortment of pitches, and he is usually pretty tough.
We talked about how the Red Sox 2-game series, and that's the only time we'll see the Red Sox all year. But with the Tigers, it's the exact opposite. The A's play in Detroit a 2-game series, and that's it.
And 8 games.
8 here.
4-4. 24-game series, which is very unusual for a Central Division team.
Yep. So 10 games total between these two teams. 8 here at the Coliseum and 2 in Detroit.
Don't even have to unpack.
I was going to say, we'll be in and out of Detroit. Buck, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's the 3rd strikeout for Albuquerque. So indeed, the young man has been impressive.
Well, how about that snapper? Great curveball.
Couple of hits for DeJesus tonight. DeJesus had been 0 for his last 10. Got things going with a base hit in the 1st, and then he singled in the run in the 3rd. Willingham in the on-deck circle. There's a strike.
Well, the Tigers, the heavy hitters coming up.
Yep.
Something Fuentes comes in the 9th inning. He is getting loose, but there's always a possibility. Know that it's going to happen, that Alpha could face Cabrera,
who leads off.
He does lead off. Powerful right-hander, and then switch hitting Victor Martinez.
Probably see that guy at some point. Johnny Peralta. Toward Rhymes, and that will do it. A's go quietly in the bottom of the 8th. So 9th inning coming up. Fuentes will try to save it. It's a 1-0 A's lead.
Choice, Brandon McCarthy. He's the hero tonight. 6 2/3 innings of shutout baseball. Outstanding curveball from the A's. Tall right-hander. Great two-seamer. He had the strikeout, says he got the big man there, Miguel Cabrera, and Victor Martinez with a two-seam fastball inside, little tip of the cap. Outstanding work by the A's Brandon McCarthy tonight.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Brian Fuentes comes in. He's 5 for 5 in save opportunities so far this year. So he will try to hold on to a 1-0 lead. Cabrera, Martinez, and Kelly. One and 0 to Miguel Cabrera. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Cabrera is 0 for 3.
Fastball a little bit up and away from Cabrera. Planned him to pull, but the outfield very deep and shading him slightly to right field. That shows the power he has to all fields.
Right center. Coco Crisp near the wall. It is gone.
That's what I was afraid of, that direction.
It almost looked like he just flicked it out.
That's all he did. That's all he did. That's the power. Like a changeup away.
Now batting,
A changeup up.
Martinez.
And that's tremendous power. And that's unfortunately why the 1-run lead. And you have Miguel Cabrera coming up. That's what you have to worry about.
Here's Victor Martinez. Martinez is 1 for 3. That sixth inning is the frustrating one now, where Derek Barton led off with a double and the A's could not get him home.
There's an Ultramo, and that is a swing that unfortunately, and we talked earlier about the success Cabrera's had against the National or the American League Western Division teams. And there it is. That's a great hitter when you go right center, left center, gap to gap. You have that kind of power.
0-1 to Martinez. He lines one into the glove of Pennington for out number 1. So unfortunately, Brandon McCarthy will get a no decision.
Don Kelly.
So Don Kelly will hit. Kelly with a double in the 4th. Way outside. Suzuki backhands it. Actually, this is Casper Wells that is hitting, so our mistake. Wells, a switch hitter.
Well, so the number 42 guys took us to the 9th inning, but
he's not a switch hitter. He's a right-handed hitter. So we'll get there.
Back to normal tomorrow night and Sunday. Numbers, names on the backs. Very touching though tonight. Today, Jackie Robinson Day. Players wearing number 42, and those teams playing on the road. When they go back home, they'll have another day for Jackie Robinson. They can also wear the number 42 whenever they return home.
Cabrera the home run to tie it here in the 9th. 1-2 to Wells with Brandon Inge in the on-deck circle. Breaking ball way outside, so 2-2.
A's no runs last night, shutout for the first time this season. 1 run tonight, coming in the 3rd inning thanks to a David DeJesus 2-out base hit, but nothing since.
Looks like Joaquin Benoit is throwing for the Tigers.
It's working awfully quickly. That guy is, so maybe it's not. I think you're right, though.
Looks like it.
Pitched an inning last night, as did Valverde.
Got him with a fastball. So 2 outs for Inge.
A good location. Suzuki down and in. The pitch inside. Belt high. Strikeout for Fuentes, who is still thinking about the opposite field home run by Cabrera. And as a closer, you have to have a short memory.
Inge is 0 for 2 with a walk. Gotta be careful with Inge. He's got pretty good power. Inside, so 2-0 to Inge.
Think of Miguel Cabrera tonight. Brandon McCarthy got him to soft line drive to second, struck him out. Good slider and a double play ground ball, 5-4-3. 1 bullet left, and you got it.
Pop up. Mark Ellis is going to settle underneath it. He's got it, and we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. Miguel Cabrera with the solo home run to tie it. It's a 1-1 game. It's brought to you by Hyundai tonight at 10:30. It's on our sister station Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Tonight's topics, post-game reaction from our game here. Is David Stern looking to keep the Kings in Sacramento? And what is the off-season changes for the Golden State Warriors? So that and much more. Jim Cosmore, Mindy Bach will host. Casper Wells stays in the game, and he is in center field. There's the man, Cabrera, with the home run to tie the game, top of the 9th. So the A's will try to win it here in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch to Josh Willingham is low. Alberto Albuquerque back out there, his 3rd inning of work. Jim Leland says, hey, I like what I've seen the first 2 innings.
Well, let's see if it changes since he's in a tie game and the game is his now versus the trailing by a run, but breaking pitches he's thrown so far, pretty impressive.
Willingham 0 for 2 with a walk. Ball outside, 93 miles an hour. So now 3-1.
So yeah, now the curveball that he's throwing, he's started to the outside part of the plate, breaking out of the strike zone. Whereas before to the lefties on the right, he's more at the hitters and getting a good break and getting strikes.
Fastball not close, and that's a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 9th inning. Jim Leyland's coming out. And he's made the change. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
The Tigers 7,500 kids will receive age wristbands presented by Chevy. See a Northern California Chevy dealer for a great selection of Chevy cars, trucks, and crossovers. For tickets, as always, call 877-493-BALL or go to oaklandathletics.com.
So there's the new pitcher for the Tigers, the lefty Daniel Schlereth. His 5th appearance. So lefty versus lefty as he faces Hideki Matsui. Schlereth's first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Schlereth was acquired by the Tigers along with Max Scherzer from the Diamondbacks in that Edwin Jackson, Ian Kennedy trade. So Schlereth's second year with Detroit. (24 years old). So Hideki Matsui behind in the count, 0-2. Mark Ellis will be next. Breaking ball popped up, shallow center. Rhymes is out there, and it's going to be the second baseman, Rhymes, who makes the catch. So Hideki Matsui 0 for 4 in the ball game, and that's out number 1. And here's Ellis.
Now batting, second baseman, Mark Ellis.
And Jim Leland's coming out. So could have been a one at-bat night for Daniel Schlereth. Jim Leland wanted him to get the left-hander, and he did. So Schlereth is done. We got another pitching change here in the ninth. Maybe Mark Ellis will be the hero. Well, the new pitcher for the Tigers, Brian Villarreal. Rookie. Never pitched in the big leagues before this year, and this is his 7th appearance. Villarreal will face Ellis. So Schlereth, 1/3 of an inning.
Sure, believe it's got some names to remember, doesn't it?
I'm just guessing, too.
He just probably said bring number 42 in.
That right-hander.
Yeah. Well, the A's looking for their first walk-off of the season. And they're 1-3 in the first 4 games. So and they won the game 7-1 against Seattle, their 3rd game of this home season. Herky-jerky delivery by this young man. Mark Ellis saw Albuquerque, his first batter that he faced, and struck out on 3 pitches. Seeing this young man for the first time as well.
Oh, one pitch is lined down the left field line. We hooked it foul. So 0-2. Willingham led off the inning with a walk.
That slider, Mark, just a little bit too quick and pulled his foul.
Willingham, short lead at first. This stays alive. Suzuki is in the on-deck circle. It's really a game going on in the American League. Everything else is final. Dodgers and the Cardinals still playing at Dodger Stadium. That is it.
can steal a base, but I don't know that it should be this much concern. And he's going to be running, especially with 2 strikes on Mark Ellis. Great time to pitch out if you're thinking about it, he's going to run.
Nice block by Avila.
And that was a good block, and he's done a good job tonight as Avila. And talk about blocking a pitch with a runner at third base, but just as important here because it keeps the runner at first base out of scoring position. Good block by the catcher. He did it perfectly. Great technique.
Hit Ellis just stays alive. And you keep doing that, at some point you may get a better pitch to hit.
Take that pitch and poke in the right field, but this time Avila got hit. The foul ball came up underneath, hit him in the left knee. Not like Victor Martinez last night.
Villarreal back onto the rubber. Inches off, still a conservative lead. Pitches outside, 2-2, 96 miles an hour on that fastball. Well, that means get the lefty up, and there's only one other lefty down there. That's Brad Thomas. So.
Don't even need to go to the phone. Did that the A's bullpen, all 4 would get up.
Inside, and it somehow did not hit Ellis.
Now Mark, in hindsight, wanted to have it hit him, and maybe a glancing blow, part of the uniform, but it missed him completely. How, we don't know. But it did. Well, really ran in hard, and Matt pulled back. I think got the blouse of his jersey. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's part of the uniform.
So now full count. Willingham takes off. Ellis is at 5. A's bullpen is quiet. It's been McCarthy, Breslow, Balfour, and Fuentes for the A's. Marcelo, Albuquerque, Schlereth, and Villarreal for the Tigers. See if Willingham goes again. He does, and the pitch is lined to the shortstop, and that's a double play. Bad break for the A's, and we're headed to extra innings, tied at 1.
Tuesdays. Every Tuesday home game starting in May, with the exception of premium and dual events. You save $17 on parking courtesy of Chevy. See your Northern California Chevy dealer for a great selection of Chevy cars, trucks, and crossovers. For more information, visit OaklandAthletics.com/Tuesday.
So free parking Tuesdays, $2 tickets on Wednesday, a free hot dog voucher on Thursday with your ticket. And then, of course, Fridays, it's Authentic Fan Friday. Great deals up at the Comcast Sportsnet Value Debt.
For Detroit, Alex Avila.
So the 10th inning. All right, so 4th time in 5 games, right? Extra innings. All 3 in Chicago were extra innings.
We noted also in Minneapolis when Brian Fuentes got a 5-out save, only the 4th time in his career. Multi-inning save. Well, this is a multi-inning appearance, but save not on the line now. Trying to get a win.
Avila, Santiago, and Rhymes. Alex Avila is 1 for 3. Just a bit high, 2-0. So Albert Pujols struggling, right? A couple home runs tonight, so maybe numbers coming out of it. Cardinals leading the Dodgers 8-2 in the 9th inning. Bouncer, Barton gets it. He goes through Barton and into right field. He was there, and it was a little bit of an in-between hop, which is a very difficult hop. It is an E3.
He's gone to the line and had go to his right, and there's where the hop is. He jumped and went right through his legs, tried to back up to get the hop, and Ultimo right under the glove. E3 to start this 10th inning.
Here's Santiago. See if he bunts. LaRoche is in on the grass. Rain out today in baseball. The Mets and the Braves in Atlanta rained out. Two and 0. The Rockies won again. They have won 7 in a row. They beat the Cubs 5-0. Giants beat the Diamondbacks 5-2 down in Arizona. Just finishing up.
The saying goes, if the hitter's got to bunt and give himself up and get an out, you take it. So far, 2 pitches have not really been close. Santiago to bunt.
Bunts it to third. LaRoche picks it up, throws, and the out is at first base. So the sacrifice is successful by Santiago. Vila is now at second base.
Well, a tough play for Andy LaRoche, because if he lets it roll, probably it was roll foul, but when he caught the ball, he knew he was going to get the out, and sometimes better to get the out instead of taking the chance. Try to pick up the spin to see if it's going to roll foul. Probably would have.
Johnny Peralta.
But a little bit of Claywood dirt in the glove, and he got the out.
Take the out.
It's a tough call. It's tough, you know. That's unless it's a guarantee, which nothing is.
So Johnny Peralta is going to pinch hit for Will Rhymes. And with that, Ron Romanek is going to have a chat with Fuentes. So Peralta hits here in the 10th. And he'll be able to stay in the game. Peralta last night. 0 for 2.
That's the reason we're in the 10th inning. That man right there, Miguel Cabrera.
So Peralta, the pinch hitter. Swings at the first pitch, even though it was about a foot outside. He fouls it back.
Well, this is in the top of the 9th inning. Cabrera, opposite field, tremendous power. The jagged edge. Coco Crisp can jump, but not that high.
Throw to second, and it's into center field. Getting up, Avila. He's going to try for third. The throw is offline, and another error, and the Tigers have the go-ahead run at third base with 1 out.
Well, they spin. He had Avila going off a couple of steps, but the ball in the dirt. Mark Ellis just could not get to the ball as through a sinker.
So now the infield comes in. They're going to walk Peralta. Ryan Rayburn will hit.
And he may be facing Brad Ziegler, trying to get a double play. So with the runner going to third, how that changes this whole inning. Automatic giving Ziegler a little time to warm up, so we'll see if that change is made. Of course, you'd like to set up the double play, move the infield back, and hope to get a ground ball to get out of the inning.
So there's the walk to Peralta. It's just the second walk the A's pitchers have issued tonight, and that was intentional after 11 last night.
Now batting, Ryan
He's going to leave him in,
Rayburn.
looks like. And looking into the dugout, the infielders are, to see how they're going to play Rayburn. And wouldn't you know, the guy that has hurt the A's the most gets
Rayburn.
a chance.
Yep. Got him last night.
Up in the 10th inning.
He has struggled tonight, though, has Ryan Rayburn. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. So he's 1 for 9 in the series. Breaking ball stays outside. Left-handed hitting Brennan Bosch is in the on-deck circle. A couple of errors by the A's here in the 10th inning. Way outside, 2-0. "27 pitches thrown by Brian Fuentes. Swing and a miss. Fastball past Rayburn.
Up in the zone, and Rayburn just opened up a little bit too much, and I'd like to see that swing a couple more times.
Does not chase that one, a little bit too high. 3-1. Avila at third, Peralta at first. Fuentes sets, and the pitch way outside. He walked it. See Fuentes showing a little frustration.
That last pitch a changeup and just did not follow through with it when left it way outside.
Now batting, Brennan Bosch.
So they're loaded with one out for Brennan Bosch. And Cabrera is in the on-deck circle.
I think Mr. Bosch has a ground ball in him.
Right, I hope so. I don't want to see Cabrera hit.
Well, if Cabrera hits, unless this is a strikeout to Bosch, then it's not going to be a good sign.
Swing and a miss. Bosch got a fastball, and he will chase. And he got a fastball to hit there, and he swung through it.
Well, you're hoping if you get a ground ball that it's hard enough. Infield playing about halfway, so they do have the option. If it's not hit hard enough, they have to play at the plate. They could do that. And ideally, they're back in double play position if they can get the type of ground ball to turn it to get out of the inning.
Rolled foul, and now Fuentes ahead in the count, 0-2. Well, he obviously ground ball right at somebody would be ideal, but got a chance to go for the strikeout. Bosch is 2 for 4. He singled in the first. He singled in the sixth. Line to right, down the line, and that's trouble, and that's off the wall. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and the Tigers have taken the lead here in the 10th. An 0-2 pitch, and Bosch went down to get it.
It was a changeup, and that's exactly what he did. Changeup in the inner part of the plate, and watch him stride and then just reach down and hit it. I mean, that's as simple as you can say. He just did a great job of adjusting to the off-speed pitch. And now they can intentionally walk this guy, but right now 2 runs as the ball stuck under the mat, but De Jesus got it back in quickly. Well, that's just great power.
Well, here is the walk to Cabrera. It's the second intentional walk in this 10th inning. 3rd walk total. Victor Martinez is the next hitter. So it all started with an error, a sacrifice, a walk, another walk, a double, and now a walk. Again, 2 of those walks intentional. Bob Guerin is calling for Brad Ziegler. 37 pitches thrown by Brian Fuentes, and he's going to leave with a couple of runs in here in the 10th. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. So Brad Ziegler comes in.
Martinez.
And he comes in with the bases loaded, 1 out, and Victor Martinez, the hitter. The A's badly need a ground ball and a double play here. Keep this a 2-run deficit. Martinez is 1 for 4. He singled in the 4th. 1 for 9 in the series. First pitch way outside, ball 1. Rayburn is your runner at third, Bosch at second, Cabrera at first. Strike on the outside corners. Ziegler pitching for a ground ball.
It's almost like the 8th inning last night. 4 walks, just 1 hit, and tonight, this inning, and there are 3 walks and 1 hit. The big blow by Bosch, but got to get out of it now with just the 2-run deficit. It's going to be tough enough in the bottom of the 10th.
They're trying to get Martinez to chase. Hasn't done it yet. 2-1 the count. That's Joaquin Benoit, who pitched the 8th inning last night. Martinez got to pitch up that time to hit. Fouls it down the left field line. It'll be Suzuki, LaRoche, and Pennington for the A's in the bottom of the 10th inning. Just a matter of how much the A's are trailing by. Martinez with a couple of home runs on the year, 8 RBIs. Slices it foul. Oh, nice crowd tonight. Shade under 22,000.
Raleigh got it. That boy, Raleigh. You know, you're that talented. What a play. He's accustomed to getting all those high fives, and it's after closing the game. Not catching a foul ball. I'd like to see all those old time jerseys come out.
Yep.
So Joe Rudy's tonight. That was Raleigh's.
2-2 pitch, base hit right field. Rayburn comes in to score. They'll stop Bosch at third, and it's 4-1. Martinez just kind of reached out and flicked it for a base hit to right. So Martinez picks up his 9th RBI of the year.
Backdoor slider, and you're right. Just reached out and to take a pitch really outside and hook it to right field. Shows you the velocity. So Brennan Bosch, the changeup, looked like he was fooled out of the front foot. Same with Victor Martinez.
So still just 1 out. The only out recorded in this half of the inning was on the sacrifice bunt. And this is Casper Wells, pinch hit in the 9th inning. Slowly hit. LaRoche charges, bare hands, throws home, throws it away. The run scores. Here comes another runner home, and he will score. 2-run score on a ball that rolled about 50 feet. So ugliness here in the 10th.
Well, they slow hit ball, and that's about it. Bare hand, but then really overthrew it. And Kurt Suzuki reaching to his right could not. And Brad Ziegler covering the plate. But that's just almost an impossible play. We saw it in Chicago with the runner coming down the line. And the runner coming all the way around from second. That was Cabrera.
So it's an error on the third baseman. There is no RBI. Wow. So it's just an air 5. It's a 2-run score. So it is 6-1 Detroit. Still just 1 out.
You know what? That might have been a tough, even to throw him out at first on that play.
I don't think he would have thrown him out at first. Slowly hit. LaRoche is going to get another chance. He'll get Brandon Inge. A run comes in to score, so Inge will get an RBI ground out, and it's 7-1. Yeah, I don't. Casper Wells runs pretty well. I just don't know if he would have had a play there. I think the only play he had was at home, but he would have had to made a perfect throw.
And plus, he barehanded the ball on top of it, and then had to try to throw.
So Wells now at second, 2 outs in the inning, and Avila will hit. He started this all, reaching on the Barton error. 3 errors in the inning.
Now batting, Alex Avila.
The A's now with 16 errors on the season. That is the most in the American League. Ziegler's pitch to Avila. Swing and a miss.
And Jim Leland going for win number 1,500. And his big guy hit a home run in the 9th to tie it, and an ugly 10th inning, added 6 more. He might get it. If he doesn't, look out in the clubhouse, considering the lead they have. Oh, and Jimmy, he probably won't even take the lineup card if he gets it. Good man, good manager. And he is into every game.
Well, he's about to become the 19th manager in Major League history to reach 1,500 career wins. So 3-1 now to Alex Avila, the 10th man to hit in the inning. There's a liner to right. That's a hit. And that's going to get home Wells. Avila, big turn. He goes back. So it's an RBI single. And it's 8-1. 7 runs here in the 10th.
The one thing Jim Leland said last night was that he enjoys, and probably enjoyed seeing this line drive and a fastball that came back over the middle of the plate. And Jim Leland said, as a former professional player, never made it to the big leagues as a catcher, that he enjoys watching not only his team but both teams play good baseball. Well, through 9 innings, he saw a game tonight with both teams playing good baseball, but that has changed in the 10th.
Strike to Santiago. Can't even figure out Ryan Fuentes' line. I don't know.
We'll just wait for the fish to score. RBI.
It is 6 runs. How many of those earned? We do not know. So tough night for Brian Fuentes. Toward Barton. Big hop. He'll take it himself. Side. Retired. Tigers score 7 times in the top of the 10th. So bottom of the 10th coming up. 8-1 Detroit. open in a big way, scoring 7 times, so it's 8-1. Bottom of the 10th. A's with a 1-0 lead going to the 9th inning, but Miguel Cabrera with a leadoff home run to tie it. And then the wheels fall off in the top half of this inning. So Brian Villarreal is going to stay out there and try to wrap this baby up. So Kurt Suzuki will indeed lead it off, followed by LaRoche and then Pennington.
Kurt Suzuki.
Some changes. We'll give you those for the Tigers. Jackson is in the game. Austin Jackson in center. Wells moves to right. Peralta stays in the game at short. Santiago slides over to second. Villarreal's first pitch is a strike down around the knees. So Brian Villarreal got 1 out last inning. Make that a double play. Kurt Suzuki leads off the bottom of the 10th with the base hit.
Zook tonight with 3 hits, which is a good night for the A's catcher. And especially with this one going opposite field, open up. Drag his bat through just enough to send it out to right field.
Pinch hitter is going to be Ryan Sweeney here in the 10th. So Sweeney hitting for LaRoche, and he takes them all. So the line on Fuentes, 6 runs, 5 earned runs. That's what we are being told. Sweeney slaps it into left field for a base hit. So back-to-back hits.
A nice swing by Ryan Sweeney, like Kurt Suzuki going opposite field. Villarreal just throwing a nice little 2-seam fastball sinker down and away. Ryan Sweeney, excellent hitting.
So 10 hits now for the A's. In fact, in that top of the 10th, Tigers only had 3 hits. Hard to believe. First pitch to Pennington is a fastball for a strike. Pennington's 1 for 3. Pop out, single, and a fly ball to left. Base hit left field. Here come the A's. The bases will be loaded. Suzuki stops at third. The ball juggled by Raver. So 3 consecutive hits here in the 10th.
And all 3 to the opposite field. Pennington just taking the fastball away and serving it to left field. Raven almost had a ball scoop by him as he had to reach back. I think Avila's going out to buy a little extra time for Benoit. I don't think he needs it. If that's the case. He was up last inning, ready to come in maybe to try to save the game, but sat down with a 6-run lead. 7-run lead? Sorry.
I lost track.
32. Here comes Jim Lila. They're going to take any chances. Oh, what a story this will be.
That's right. So Brian Villarreal has a chance to pick up his first major league win, but he's going to leave the game after giving up 3 consecutive hits. So the bases are loaded, nobody out. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. In the bottom of the 10th, they have the bases loaded and nobody out. Coco Crisp will hit, and the new pitcher will be Joaquin Benoit.
Put about 8 hits together, huh?
Yeah.
Back to back, just keep it going. Pinball baseball, boom, boom, just keep going on the bases.
Benoit pitched the 8th inning last night through 17 pitches, so he's back out there tonight. Fourth reliever for Jim Leyland tonight. First pitch to Coco is low. Suzuki is at third, Sweeney is at second, Pennington at first. They all single. Grounded to the right side. Cabrera gets the out at second. The run will come in to score. That is Suzuki. So it's 8-2. So Coco Crisp with a fielder's choice RBI. His 3rd RBI of the year.
Now batting first baseman.
Pennington is retired on the bases.
Yeah, Coco wanted a lot more than a ground ball to first. He hit it towards the end of the bat and could not get it past Cabrera.
So Derek Barton will hit. Single and a double tonight for Barton. Coco takes off and he'll get to second base. Also the single and the double, a couple of strikeouts for Barton. Fastball and had a good swing, fouled it back. Most runs allowed in an extra inning game since the 3rd of July, 1983.
Well, I remember that game. That was ugly.
You do?
Oh, I do. I wasn't even broadcasting either. But it was a game that
lucky you.
I was watching and I laughed. I came back and it was still going. I said, what is all of this? I was on the Speakers Bureau for the A's in 1983.
Right. Yeah.
After 12 runs in the extra innings, I had a lot to speak about.
3-1 now to Derek Barton. Remember, just on radio tomorrow with the 6 o'clock start. 6:05 first pitch. Verlander and Brady. Here it is. Sports Radio 95.7 FM. Barton on 3-1. Airs it out. Missed it 3-2.
Well, if the A's do fail to come back in this game, then we hope to Sunday game on Comcast Sportsnet California, trying to even the series. A's shut out last night. Scored just 1 run through 9 innings tonight. One of these days, the offense is going to break out, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of runs to be scored.
Yeah, pitch. Barton skies it, foul territory, but a play for Cabrera. And now he backs up, falls down, makes the catch. The big guy gets up quickly. So the runners do not advance, and that's the second out.
Cabrera thinking that Ryan Sweeney might be tagging, so he hopped up very quickly. Official score changed to 4 run runs for.
Sounds probably a
Fuentes.
little more accurate.
BI, our stat man, the stat man, thinks it should just be 3, right? 3. Okay, well, keep working at it, BI. Regardless, it's
Talk
a lot
to
of
you on
runs.
Sunday.
Yeah, it's a lot of runs.
First pitch to DeJesus, in for a strike from Benoit. Henry Wolford, Fernando Vina standing by, back in the studio for A's post-game live. We're going to let those two guys break down the extra innings. They'll do a fine job with that. Reiner, that's a base hit. And that's going to drive home a pair of runs. So David DeJesus, his 3rd hit, couple of RBIs, and it's 8-4.
Well, I'd like to see this. With DeJesus, the lone run supplied in the first 9 innings, then excellent swing going opposite field. So good to see him come out with 3 hits tonight. Get over the Mendoza line.
And 3 RBIs. He's got 6 runs batted in on the year. A's have scored 3 times here in the bottom of the 10th. First pitch to Willingham. Grounded to third. Inge handles it. He throws to second. And that's the ball game. So the A's make a little bit of noise. They get 3 runs on 4 hits in the bottom of the 10th, but not nearly enough. It's a very ugly top of the 10th is the difference in this game. So Jim Leyland, congratulations. He wins his 1,500th career game as a big league manager. 19th manager to do that in Major League Baseball history. So again, congratulations to Tigers manager Jim Leyland. Final score in 10 innings tonight here at the Coliseum. The Tigers beat the Athletics 8-4. Don't go away. A's Post Game Live with Henry and Fernando starts right now.